I'm going to now add one of the top 22 that is not listed in the top 22.
The hidden element.
Yeah, it's called Shilajit. It's in the 180.
Let's see where.
And the reason
Chinese formula.
it's in the 180, S-H-I, Shilajit, J-I-T.
28 in the catalog, the first one.
What?
They call it mumio.
Bone meal?
Mumio.
Mole meal?
Mumio, which is like the Russian version of it.
Bone meal. Okay.
Which is like the form.
Yeah, it's from the Himalayas. From the Himalayas.
Here they sell the mumio, which
Mumio.
is from Russia.
Okay. So,
28 בקטלוג, המוצר הראשון.
so let me go a little further. The reason I hadn't listed it in the top 22 is in my 40 years of exploring Shilajit from the 1975 on, I never found one that I felt was really that good. So I was always kind of like, I know it's good, but I'm not finding that tests well and is good. And finally, actually, the dragon herb Shilajit passed the test. Now I feel confident I can really recommend a really, really top, high-powered Shilajit. I mean, I've looked at a lot of Shilajits, okay? Just so you understand. So now I feel good to put it in the top 22 because it really belongs there, but we have to have the right form. So part of the story is we're never looking at words, right? There's many, many Shilajits out there, but their energies sometimes are really negative. Sometimes they're very weak. It has to do with an alchemical process. And that's why, and I don't want to give the impression that everything that is done with dragon herbs is best, because it's one of my top choices in general, but there's a lot of them I don't use. I'll say that, and I'll say that with Cure, PR Lips, and they're great, but they're not all great, because there's some mystery in how things are prepared. And I'm not sure people know what the mystery is, but generally these companies, are pretty much good 2/3 of the time. So what I'm bringing to you is like, well, this is a really good Shilajit. It's better than anybody else's Shilajit. If I were to ask them how they did it, they probably couldn't tell me, okay? But they've kind of come upon more or less the correct alchemical extraction process. And that's the best I can say. So what is Shilajit? It's been claimed in the Ayurvedic as the #1 tonic herb in all of Ayurvedic medicine. It's the mover of mountains. It's the primordial healer. Wow. That's pretty interesting. It is 20% fulvic acids. Fulvic acid is not one thing, but it's a multiple complex macromolecule. And there's many, many variations. So there's a bunch of different fulvic acids. Fulvic acids, being a complex molecule, have many, many qualities. And they're the key to Shilajit. Now, it comes out of humic acid, which is generally decomposed soil with bacteria and so forth, which is key for all growth. The Shilajit is said to come as it oozes out of the rocks in like more or less southeast Himalayas. It in a sense, I can't say it's from rock, but it's from the decomposed matter that's oozing out of the rock after, thousands of years of pressure.
Connected to the rock. and trees. And
Yeah, but it comes out of the mountain rock.
so it's more the rock, less the thing that came.
Right.
Spelling.
Right. And it has certain qualities, and those qualities are key. As a complex macromolecule, it is the highest valence that we know in nature. Anybody know what valence means? No.
Balance?
V-A-L-E-N-C-E. Valence, the way I'm defining it, is your ability to take and receive electrons. It is the highest.
Like antioxidant.
That is not the full story. It has tremendous antioxidant qualities, but it's beyond that. Okay? So the idea of antioxidant is that they neutralize free radicals by giving electrons to it to balance it. But there's really more to the story. And that's why I don't call it an antioxidant, because that isn't the full story. It certainly has that quality because it has tremendous ability to donate electrons. It also has an ability, and this is perhaps even more important, is with the valence to merge with other molecules. And what merges with the other molecules, it forms further colloidal complexes. So it's a supercolloid. Now, why is that important? Because it will take raw minerals and turn them into organic complexes, which allows them to be absorbed.